Welcome to the 42nd video of Old Guys, Gentlemen Flippers. This is obviously not a flipper, but it's associated with one. This is the Shirogorov version 2 tool pen, and it's got a blue anodization on it with a kind of a very fine stonewash finish. Well, let me show you what it's like. All the joints are screwed apart joints except for the tool, which is magnetic. So this is how you create the pen. It's a pretty nice looking pen. There's the Shirogorov label. And that's the magnetic joint. Like everything else that Shirogorov makes, they have a really good fit and finish on them. Down here, well, this is the other cool thing. Only you only get to see it when you really pull it apart. This is all titanium, but this is polished in here, so the blue anodization really looks kind of cool. This is the pen tank and pen, and it's actually fairly small. I think that's one of the downsides. I'm not sure how long this is going to last. The other downside is with all these screwed fittings, you'd have to think that eventually you're going to gall something up. Okay, the tools. They are hidden in here. And I'm not sure what this is for. I guess in case there is galling in here, you can still get the tools out by sticking something in there. And this is good for all of the larger knives. There's two tools in here. This is for the larger fitting on the knives, and this is for the smaller fitting. So I'll leave those things out. Now this will not work on the neons, and so I went ahead and bought a separate one. But it won't fit in there, so it sits in my knife case for the times that I need that. So I guess what you can do is you can just use this as your tool. What I typically do, because I'm a glutton for punishment and just like to screw things, not really, I kind of put the whole thing back together again. Of course, now I got the pen kind of exposed, and so this is magnetic, so that stays in there. One of the things I really like about it are that this fits in here perfectly. There's almost no slop at all. These things are really expensive in my mind for a pen. I mean, it does have tools in it, which is extra, and it's made by Shirogorov, and the machining's really good. But this is $295 at Recon 1, I think, or maybe it's $265. Rust Blade is $280, and just getting this little extra neon bit from Rust Blade was $60 bucks. $60 for that little thing. But if you just look at it as a tactical knife, now this thing's been handled a lot, but this is the Smith & Weston tactical knife. Like I said, it's kind of beat up, but I think this was like 26 bucks. Or you can spend $265, $280 for the Shirogorov. I think if you're really serious about Shirogorovs, you probably need to have something like this, or have machining skills to make your own tools. Because I used coins to begin with, and then I used screwdrivers, but none of the screwdrivers I had seemed to fit this. Some people talked about putting tape on screwdrivers, and all that'll work, but it's just kind of neat to have a tool that just fits it kind of perfectly. And this is for the back end. Again, a really nice, I don't know what the tolerance is, but it's probably on the order of like 1/1000 of an inch or so. And then the smaller one is for the Shirogorov back thing. This one will work with the bigger screw on the neon. Excuse me, this is for the neon. Nice. This has nothing to do with the pen review, but love these knives. Some other stuff that I do like about it is there's subtle machining features everywhere you look in this thing, and the fit and finish is, you know, Shirogorov perfect. Tool bits are a perfect fit. The anodization looks good. The polished interior sections look really kind of cool, but I think it's too expensive. The other thing, and some people may think that this is a real plus, is this is what it's like when it's all closed up. This is 4 inches long. This is more typical of a pen size. You know, and maybe you're supposed to carry it kind of like it's a knife. And in that case, maybe it's the same, but it just, maybe it's something I just need to get used to. It's just a little odd. You know, comparison with another pen. This is the Uniball. But I guess some people might argue it doesn't take up that much room in the pocket. And because it's titanium, you know, the weight of this is probably somewhat similar to this. Now the knife is definitely heavier. Other stuff, I talked about the threads potentially getting galled, which I don't think would be good. You know, to get the pen out, there I had to unscrew it, and I had to screw this in. Then if I want to use the tool, I gotta unscrew this, take the tools out, and then you either just use this as is until you're ready to go, and that might be adequate. But if you put the whole thing back together again, it's just more screwing, which also kind of increases the chances of having some galling take place. The other problem, which I mentioned before, is it has that small ink tank in it. But I thought it was worth it, just because I don't want to be marring this up. Let's see if I actually have. You can see a slight amount. I've had this one a little bit longer. Yeah, you can see a slight amount of that screwdriver slipping. You know, and it's not only that you're hurting the edges of this a little bit, but if this slips out of here, sometimes you could scratch the handle of the blade, and luckily that really hasn't happened yet. You know, maybe a little one right here. So if you look at it that way and say, well, I got a you know, $500 to $2,000 knife, and I want to protect it, you can make your own tool. You can get a screwdriver and put enough tape in there so it fits in there perfectly, will never mar anything. Or you can get a cool Shirogorov pen, and you're there. So anyhow, I hope that had some value for you, and until next time, thank you very much.